You need 4,782,969 Tier 1 Waystones to make a single Tier 15 Waystone in Path of Exile 2. Let me explain. The reforging mechanic in Path of Exile 2 allows for some interesting interactions to happen. One such interaction is putting in 3 Waystones of the same tier and getting 1 Waystone back that's 1 tier higher. You can imagine just how fast that this ramps up. Here's what that would look like mathematically. It takes 1 Tier 15 to make a Tier 15 Waystone. Duh. It takes 3 Tier 14s to make 1 15, 9 Tier 13s, 27 Tier 12s, 81 Tier 11s, 243 Tier 10s, 729 Tier 9s, all the way up to 4,782,969 Tier 1s. That's a lot of fucking shit. Oh, and we're not done, because did you know that there are Tier 16 Waystones in Path of Exile 2? Well, in order to get a Tier 16, you have to corrupt a Tier 15 Waystone with a Vol Orb. They don't drop naturally. And corrupting a Tier 15 Waystone, personally, I've seen about a 15% chance for a Tier 16 Waystone to be created through this method. So we divide 1 by 0.15 and we get 6.67. Multiply 4,782,969 by 6.67 and you'll get nearly 31,902,403 Tier 1 Waystones to make a single Tier 16 by reforging. I ain't picking up nothing below Tier 13 now. It ain't worth the clicks. And if it's Tier 6 and below, it's not even worth the time it takes to read it. There's another similar system that has crazy numbers, namely the distilled emotions from Delirium. There are 10 of these distilled emotions, and these are tiered from the lowest being ire to the highest being isolation. It takes 3 of ire to make 1 guilt, and 3 guilt to make 1 greed, and so on and so forth, just like Waystones tearing up. So it's the same math from the Waystones, just 3 to the 9th power is the stopping point instead of 3 to the 14th. And the shame is that the best anointments for your amulet typically all use multiple of the higher tier distilled emotions, meaning you'll need anywhere from 18,000 to 57,000 distilled ires for your perfect anoint. That's not too much, right? And if you're wondering about essences and catalysts, these turn into another random essence or catalyst respectively, even turning from a lower essence to a greater essence a small percentage of the time, as well as turning back into the same essence or catalyst if you're unlucky enough. But there's no determination here, so reforge at your own risk. Assuming that catalysts are 100% random, you'll have a 1 in 12 chance of getting your preferred catalyst, but it seems some of these catalysts are weighted, so who knows the exacts. And assuming essences are 100% random as well, you're looking at a 1 in 13 chance at getting your preferred lower essence, and what looks like a 1 in 156 chance at getting your preferred greater essence. Good luck on that gamba. Reforging gear gives between 300% and 18,300% value back. Here's the video that details the math behind it and the reasons, but just know the more you use the reforging mechanic on gear, you will be up so much more value-wise than someone who isn't. The levels to skill stat is the most important all-around role you should be prioritizing for damage. Every level is a little over 14% more damage per level consistently, because levels increase the base damage by a certain amount and aren't added alongside the other more damage multipliers. Those numbers look something like this. At level 1, we have 14% more damage, but as we go up, at level 5, we double our base damage. Now here's the interesting part. The next 3 levels add another 100% base damage, and then after that, every 2 levels adds another 100% base damage, and so on and so forth. And then eventually, if you can get up to plus 15 levels, every level after that will add another 100% base damage. 95% of the time you're playing the game and aren't looking over trash gear that's never going to be good, you're moving around every which way. Movement speed is the most important stat in any game that has it, and in Path of Exile, that's no exception. Saving time between packs of monsters, through towers, through the campaign, etc., the amount of time you'll spend grinding for pinnacle boss encounters will reduce and save you hours in just a single day, days in a single week, weeks in a single month, and months in a single year to achieve the same result as you would without extra speed. Get movement speed and as much of it as you possibly can. The Blink Spirit Gem is much better than you can imagine in this regard, and anything else that lets you travel more quickly. Plus, if the enemy can't see you, they can't hit you, so you'll essentially be invulnerable. Just don't get hit. Hopefully this helps you make the most of your time playing Path of Exile 2. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.